I'm Bambi Francisco, and I'm continuing my discussion with Robert Acker. He's the CEO and founder of AHA Mobile. Robert, this is a free app, your iPhone app. How do you plan on making money?
Our initial focus is getting as many people as we can using the app, hence it's free, and contributing data so at any point in time people can be listening to everybody else out there also talking. Longer term, our plan to answer your question on how we make money is with audio advertising. And so what we're really doing is creating a bunch of custom audio channels about traffic that I can listen to on any road at any point in time. And we'll be able to insert short little 10-second audio ads relevant to the situation or to the area that you're in and put those in the stream. And so just like today on the radio when I maybe hear traffic or hear anything else on the radio, I'm used to hearing ads, but we're going to do them in very short 10-second spots, similar to what other companies, Pandora is starting to do that now, and there are other online, and even the free 411 calls that you call in where you hear the short little promotional spots.
Do you have a sales team?
Don't have a sales
building that
team.
out?
We'll build that out next year. We're really not going to be focused on that into business until we get the core user base up and running. So that's something we'll be doing probably the latter half of next year, is building that out. And there are networks out there today that sell these spots in the 10-second side. So we could start off on a network basis and then gradually move to direct sales probably a year after that.
Now, you raised $3 million. Is part of that going to be to hire a sales team? Ad sales team next year?
No, the $3 million is really getting the basic app up there and making it successful, getting enough people using it that we've got a whole bunch of great user-generated content. It becomes a really kind of a go-to app for any driver in the car, and also starting to migrate it to other platforms. So really our next step, rather than introducing advertising, but is to go beyond the iPhone and start to integrate with actual cars themselves and with other electronic devices. So you can get our audio or our traffic channels on multiple devices. And at that point, we've got a big user base, and then being able to put a little 10-second audio ad in makes a lot of sense.
Wow. So talk about that. You're going to integrate with cars. So who are you speaking with?
Early discussions with a whole number of different car makers. I think everybody's looking now at how they build connected cars in the next couple of years, both through better integration with things like the iPhone and then later on through actual connectivity directly to the car. But they're all in need of other applications which make sense and are easy for drivers to use. So we see a great space kind of right in the middle that there aren't a lot of people in right now. Connecting the internet to a car, for a car maker to go directly to the internet and to the websites which are not optimized is not a safe experience. So we're going to kind of fill that middle role, and in the process of that we'll build something that over time will be commanding attention of drivers and be able to make money through advertising.
What about Google Maps or even like the dash navigation? You worked with them before, or is it Garmin and TomTom? What about partnerships with them?
Definitely, especially on the P&D side, the personal navigation device guys, like you mentioned, like the Garmins of the world. I think there's definite potential to partner with some of them. We are discussing already with one manufacture those types of devices where we provide additional data that you could layer on to their experience. Because we're not focused on maps and we're not focused on turn-by-turn directions, but we are focused on getting information that you could overlay on that experience. And so whether it be a navigation device maker or the automaker themselves that go farm that out and get that done and then combine it together with connected services, we're kind of talking to all parties in that ecosystem.
And how big do you think? So this is an ad-based service for you.
Long term, yes.
Long term. How do you size that market? How big is it?
I think it gets to millions of people using the product every day. Eventually, it gets to that point. I mean, you've got hundreds of millions of people driving in the U.S.
So it's like your own radio station.
It's like a
talk radio.
It's like a next generation of talk. I mean, talk today is still broadcast only one way. The whole rest of the world's gone to two-way connectivity and microblogging and everything else occurring on the internet. This is an opportunity for consumers to actually hear other consumers and other drivers. We break that cocoon, isolated cocoon in your car for the first time and let you hear what everybody else is saying around you. So I think there's a great opportunity, kind of a new version of talk radio eventually we could morph into.
New version or soap opera when you're driving down. You can listen in on your fellow drivers who are the more entertaining ones, I guess.
Very much.
You're on the App Store along with 50,000 other apps.
Yeah.
How do you get noticed?
Yeah, it's the big challenge that everybody has in the App Store. I think one of the ways is that we build something that's compelling enough that people start telling their friends about that. And then we also build something where there are enough other reasons for people to notice it. So that's part of the integration we did with Facebook and Twitter, was that people can be leaving shouts and have those published out to the web. Now any one of our users that's publishing their stuff out to the web, their fans will then notice that and wonder what AHA is, and then maybe want to download people to do the same thing. So we're looking at ways to kind of reach out
Billboards
and build those.
Make sense on the highway?
Could. I think the challenge is translating that down to today, because right now we're only on the iPhone, to an iPhone owner.
Right,
you know,
that's
and
true.
you're fairly narrowing it down pretty far.
And when is this available on a BlackBerry and the Palm? What's it, Palm Pre?
We're looking at kind of all those platforms. We haven't decided which we're going to start with, but that'll all be, we'll be starting to roll out on those next spring. What we've done is almost all of our intelligence and all the processing and everything we do is on the back-end servers. So the iPhone app's actually a pretty light, simple app, and we've done it intentionally, so it makes it really easy now, starting early in the spring next year, to start moving to other platforms, and then eventually to cars, as I mentioned.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck reaching the couple million. And usually you have several thousand now since launching in August, so, but I'm sure you'll get there. It's a good service.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. I've been speaking with Robert Acker. He's CEO and founder of AHA Mobile. I'm Bambi Francisco.